You know how you can buy those shirts that are labeled one size fits all? I believe that all of those tags are actually lying and that one size fits no one. The same thing is true about advice about balancing your hormones. The situation is much more like getting into one of those complicated balancing yoga poses than just grabbing a book off the shelf and knowing what to do with your hormones. You have to find the right plan for you. Hi, I'm Jessica Drummond. I'm the founder of CustomHormoneHealing.com. And as a physical therapist and clinical nutritionist, it's my mission to help women balance their hormones, lose the weight, so that they can naturally feel good again in their bodies, so that you can naturally feel good in your body. Today we're going to talk about the 3 specific reasons that balancing your hormones is not a one-size-fits-all situation. It's important to dig into your body, into your environment, and even into your inner wisdom to know the right path for you. So let me talk about the 3 factors that are involved when you're trying to design the best plan to heal your hormones and feel really good, alive, vibrant, healthy, light in your body again. The first factor is your genetics. So this is your underlying physiology. Different women have different genetics, have different physiology. And in your body's code, genetics is like the underlying physiologic code. So let me give you an example of this. Some women have a little bit of a modification in part of their DNA that makes it challenging for them to convert B vitamins into the very active form of B vitamins that your cells can take in and use to do different things in your body, such as detoxifying in your liver. So if you take a lot of plain B vitamins and your genetics have this little modification that don't allow you to convert from the regular form of B to the sparkly and active form of B, then those B vitamins are going to be completely useless in your body. So we need to know some specific details about your underlying physiology. We also do testing to find out which of your hormones are actually out of balance. Different women with the same symptoms can have problems with thyroid or adrenals or your estrogen levels. And it's important to figure out for you which of these are out of balance. So we consider your genetics and we look at testing of your body's what we call biomarkers, hormones in your saliva, blood work, and find out what's going on specifically for you. The second factor is your environment. And when I say this, I don't only mean where you live and that kind of thing. I also mean how your relationship is with food. So while one woman might be super busy and traveling across time zones all of the time and have trouble with cooking because she's just not available to do it, she might be working 16 hours a day. Another woman might enjoy cooking, but is cooking foods that are more comfort foods because she has cravings for foods because there's an emotional attachment to her eating. So when we talk about environment, we talk about with your relationship to the foods, to the people, to your job, to your entire life that are either feeding you and nourishing you and healing and balancing your hormones, or taking away. They're taking energy from you. They're putting stress on your body and mind. So environment is very broad and it's different for each woman. And the third factor is what I call inner wisdom. So imagine one of my clients walks into my office, and this has happened many, many times, and I suggest, we looked at your biomarkers, we looked at step 1, we looked at your testing, and we see that your cortisol levels are up. So this is telling me that you are under a lot of stress. We know from looking at your environment that you have a very busy job, you are traveling a lot, and there's a lot going on with your work that may be making your cortisol levels go up. But then I want to sit down and talk to you and say, you know what, when I think about, when we talk about changing your job situation, that seems to be one of the obvious contributors to your stress. Is that true for you? Does that gel with what your body says? Or when I speak with you, do we kind of do a little dance and uncover that something else is going on that's actually the cause of your stress? Maybe you love your job. Maybe you thrive on that activity. Maybe you love traveling, across time zones and even being at work 16 hours a day. You have friends there and your work really fuels you and excites you. But at home, you're in an abusive relationship, or you're having major problems with your house. There's like mold everywhere, or you just hate your house. It's in a neighborhood that you don't like that's gotten more dangerous, or something that there's no way I could know based on your biomarker testing, or even the really obvious signs when we sit down and take what we would call in the medical field a history. Sometimes we have to be quiet and talk and open up to listening to that inner wisdom that's in you, that knows the things that have to change to heal your body, that may not be very obvious on testing or even on that history and physical exam. So that's why the customization approach is so important. And with each woman, with you, we have to go through all 3 steps so we know how to get to the underlying cause of what's going on with your health. Then we can begin to heal. And it's like an onion, one step at a time. Look at the physiology, the genetics. Look at your environment, your more obvious external environment. And then learn tools for listening to your inner wisdom. The 3 of these combined is how we can heal from the root cause out. Thank you so much for being here. If you liked this video, please like it and share it with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.